Marco Robinson on location in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. You may be wondering what I'm doing in Cambodia after my trip to the USA in Cleveland, Ohio. But I've travelled all the way across the world, halfway across the world, to be in Cambodia today because Cambodia presents some amazing opportunities and is an emerging country which is experiencing fabulous economic growth and experiencing a lot of economic growth in the future because of things that are happening right now. Now, the population of Cambodia is 15 million. I repeat, 15 million. So it's a fairly small country in Asia. However, it is the 69th most populous country in the world. Out of that 15 million people population, there are around 1.2 million Chinese, 2 million Vietnamese, and also lots of different other races living in Cambodia. Now, one of the most unique economic facts about Cambodia, one of the most unique facts about the population, is that 50% of the Cambodian population is below 22 years old. Now, because of the civil war in the past, that's brought a brand new demographic to the market, and in terms of economics, that's a huge opportunity in terms of economic boom. The younger Y generation, 22-year-old people and below, are now learning English more than any other time before in the Cambodia's history. There are more language schools being set up, and of course they're embracing technology and they're embracing ways to connect to the rest of the world. There is huge investment coming into Cambodia, which I'm going to talk about later on. Now, I'm standing outside the Royal Palace in Cambodia. It's a beautiful building, and of course the king lives there. Later on in the video I'll be interviewing a gentleman called Suong Hut, who's the ex-Prime Minister of Cambodia, and also talking about some of the opportunities that's going to be happening in the next few years. But basically Cambodia is an interesting place, a very unique place, and later on you'll see some amazing things that are happening here. Now, over the last 10 years, the economic growth in Cambodia has literally been phenomenal. And one of the reasons that I'm here today is because since 2001 to 2010, the economic growth has been 7.7% per year, which is an incredible number compared to the rest of the world. Now, in Cambodia, the infrastructure is very basic. There's very little public transport, and there are very little roads connecting the rest of the country. So these present new opportunities, and in an emerging country, it brings more entrepreneurs and investment into the region because it's an emerging market. In the USA and developed nations, it's very developed and advanced, so there's no room to make money in infrastructure construction and therefore create opportunities for jobs and growth and things like this. So Cambodia presents a lot of opportunities for entrepreneurs and also investors. Now, Cambodia in recent years has actually relaxed a lot of foreign rules and restrictions. It's very easy now to invest here. It's like now an offshore country, a bit like Switzerland and Singapore. So in terms of property, well, there are a lot of things happening, and of course there's lots of construction now going on. It's a very new market that way. And later on today we'll show you how exciting this prospect is. Now, I've just walked over the road from the Royal Palace, and if you follow me around here, we're going to pan around and we're going to come to the famous Mekong River. And this river is enormous. Now, Cambodia's biggest trading partner is China, and this river connects the Yunnan province in China to Cambodia. So in terms of transportation and commerce, it is a fantastic link that really builds in all the industry on the river and related industries to Cambodia. You can see behind me there is construction going on. There's also a lot more construction down the river. This is actually a big hotel being constructed. We've just come from the Naga Casino Hotel. This is very close to that, and this is going to be finished later on this year. So it's actually a local Cambodian company, so Cambodian business is actually thriving now. Now, you may be concerned about the global economy, of course. We're all concerned about the American dollar, the European dollar, the Greece, the debt measures and things like that. So when those markets are down, you've got to look at really emerging markets and opportunities. And what entrepreneurs do is they really explore how they can make the best returns in the best markets. And, you know, I'm putting my money here, and my business partners are putting their money here, because in terms of property investment, there are a lot of gains to be made very quickly. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. What it is, it's a structured property investment portfolio where you can really get, you're looking at getting double or triple your returns back within 18 months to 2 years. And that's a great opportunity for quite a low entry cost. Now on this tour, we will show you lots of factors that contribute to make a property a great investment in an emerging market. The population of Phnom Penh is 2.1 million people. This is the central market area, the busiest part of Phnom Penh and the surrounding areas. A very, very busy demographic, very young demographic. But also you've got a lot of investment. Behind me you can see some of the properties under construction right now and being developed. One of them is Vitanica Properties by Vitanica Capital, owned by one of the major banks in Cambodia. Now, in terms of foreign investment in Cambodia, it's actually quite staggering. I was amazed to hear these figures. China is the #1 investor in Cambodia in 2011, investing $8.8 billion in this country last year. Next is Korea. Korea invested $4 billion in Cambodia just in 2011. Next is Europe. The European Union invested $3.6 billion in Cambodia in 2011. And the next one is Malaysia. Believe it or not, Malaysia invested $2.6 billion in Cambodia in 2011. Now, one of the other things that you didn't probably know about is that Cambodia discovered oil offshore in its own waters about 5 years ago. In 2012, they're going to start to explore the oil and dig it from the ground and, of course, monetize it. So when that happens, a huge explosion in the economy will happen because of the oil they've just located in its own country, which makes Cambodia a richer country in terms of natural resources. These are the things you need to understand, the fundamentals of what makes Cambodia a great investment opportunity right now. Even in the worst global recession we've ever had, Cambodia is outperforming really any other country, most countries in Asia. And if you think about it, in 2011, the GDP of Cambodia was around $36 billion alone. So these are the things which you need to know to make your property a great investment. This is Marco in Cambodia, in Phnom Penh. Thank you. The biggest Chinese development area in Cambodia, in Phnom Penh, next door to where we've come from the government buildings in the CBD. Now this area, there's going to be a structure plan which is going to consist of hydropower, textile, mineral resources, tourism, and also banking and finance. So this will be an area for mixed use development in terms of commercial, residential and banking. And it will have things like residential places for shopping. There'll be shopping centres, there will be banking and finance centres, there'll be hydropower centres. In fact, the latest hydropower project by the Chinese was $280 billion that they've just invested in the latest hydropower facility. And of course, they're going to build more. Now, as you can see, this place is enormous!